How's it going, guys? Thanks for tuning in to another Stuff in This video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to detail your XP. Now this video is not sponsored. It should be DIY detail. You guys should sponsor me because I spent a lot of money on all your products. I really like DIY details products. They're very easy to use, very easy to understand, which is why I went with them as a company. They just have a lot of product support, a lot of DIY how-to videos, so I figured it's a good company to start with. From what I found, this seems to be the best setup. It makes it really easy so that you can get your car detailed and washed probably in less than about 30 or 40 minutes once you have kind of everything going. One of the things I will recommend to you is getting a pressure washer. Now, the pressure washer we have here is a Portland pressure washer. We purchased this from Harbor Freight. You basically pick one of these up for less than $100, and they're really good pressure washers. Now, I upgraded the pressure washer handle and also the hose. So the hose that's on here is now a different type of hose that can adapt to any type of universal pressure washing tool. Cool thing about these tools is they're specifically made for washing vehicles. These ones come with different tips that have different degrees of spray. This one being a little bit wider, so it's really nice for washing your car, getting the dirt off, and also getting the soap off your car. One of the other things I got was a foam cannon. So this foam cannon here is made by Tool Daily. I got this on Amazon. Came with the foam cannon and the handle, which was really nice. It was a combo set. I believe it was around $30, but I'll put a link down in the description if you want to pick up one of these. This, in comparison to just putting soap in a bucket, the difference is with the foam cannon, as you'll see when I show you, it's gonna coat the whole car in suds. The suds process will then kind of activate with the dirt and pull all of the dirt down on the vehicle, versus just rinsing your car off, doing the soapy bucket, and then hitting it with your washing pad or whatever. Couldn't cause scratches and stuff like that. I have this container here. This is just like a bug sprayer, something you'd use for spraying bugs or plants or anything like that. So what I like to do before I even spray the car with regular water, before I hit it with the foam cannon, I like to use a little bit of the Rinseless wash. This is the Rinseless wash right here. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna take 2 capfuls of this solution. You're gonna pour it into your gallon container. You're gonna fill the remaining container with water, pressurize it, and then you're ready to go. Now what this Rinseless wash can do, before you start washing the car, it's gonna help with the lubrication process, kind of get some of the dirt, off of there, kind of get it loosened up before you hit it with the foam. If you do keep your car in the garage and it's not out in the elements like our car are, then for the most part, your car won't really get that dusty. The Rinseless wash is a way that you can just basically use this with a microfiber towel, and you don't have to use any water, any soap to wash your vehicle. You can just use the Rinseless wash, spray it on a panel, you just wipe it right off, and your car is good to go. Wouldn't recommend this as the only option if you have your car outside, just because there's a lot of dirt and stuff that builds up. So in the garage, not a lot of dust, want to get it nice and clean, Rinseless wash is going to be your way to go. We have our bucket. Cool thing about this bucket is it has a screen in the bottom. So what the screen is going to do is it's going to keep all of the loose dirt particles and stuff like that underneath the screen. So when you go in there with your sponge, you're not picking up any dirt or anything like that off of the vehicle. It'll all go into the bottom and just be trapped down there, which is really nice. So I recommend you get one of these. Not too expensive. Amazon, Walmart, wherever you can get one. As far as the touching portion of the vehicle, when we actually go for the touch wash, we have a sponge, again, by DIY Detail. This is their sponge. I've used it a couple times now and I've been really happy with the results. But yeah, another product from DIY Detail is their car wash sponge. As far as drying our vehicle off, now if your car is ceramic coated, graphene coated, well, one cool thing you can do is actually use a blower to just blow the water off of the vehicle. It will beat up and just blow right off. But one of the guys from DIY Detail was saying doesn't really recommend using the blower, only because when you're using the blower to rinse the beads off, sometimes the water will dry, and the problem with dry water is it leaves calcium behind, which causes water spots. So they don't actually recommend you using a blower to dry off your car, although you can, like I said, if your car is coated. I recommend picking up a microfiber drying towel. These towels are specifically designed for drying vehicles. The fibers of the towel soak up all of the moisture, don't leave anything behind, guaranteeing you a spotless, streakless, dry car after you use the product. Now, this is the second drying towel that I've purchased. The first drying towel we purchased was made by the Rag company. It was called the Liquidator towel. Highly rated, and I thought it was going to be a really good towel. Unfortunately, when I used the towel to dry off the vehicle, it got really wet, got really heavy, and left a ton of streaks behind. So ended up sending that towel back to Amazon and got ourselves the Chemical Guys towel. Again, this is the Woolly Mammoth microfiber drying towel. This was another highly rated microfiber drying towel, so we're gonna try this one out today and see how it goes. So now let's talk a little bit about the different chemicals we have here for our car wash. We talked about the rinseless wash already. The rinseless wash is going to be great for your I guess you call it like a pre-treatment of your car. So before you actually hit it with soap, hit it with a little bit of rinseless wash. Really nice, has a really good smell to it. So that's the rinseless wash. Next thing up would be the Incredible Suds. Now the Incredible Suds is it's kind of a thick, you can see how thick it is, how it's coated there. It's a thick shampoo for your car, made specifically for vehicles. One thing I really like about this, it is concentrated, so you don't have to use a lot of it. You just put a little bit inside of your foam cannon, fill the rest up with water, and you're good to go. Can't really smell it, but it kind of smells like grape. It actually smells like a mixture between grape and kind of like a Robitussin cough syrup. It's kind of what it smells like. Kind of strange. This is to clean and protect your interior. Now, this is good for any type of hard surfaces in your vehicle. Anything that you need to clean, you can use this. Spray it on a microfiber towel. Go ahead and wipe it down, and you're going to be protected on the inside. All Clean is an all-purpose cleaner. You can use this for pretty much anywhere that's tough with grease and stuff like that. I recommend using this for your rims and your tires. Next up, we have the Crystal Clear. Crystal Clear is going to be for your glass. So this is going to be your glass cleaner. Again, you can spray it onto the glass or onto the microfiber. Clean your windows, streak-free, really nice finish for the windows. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get started on actually cleaning the vehicle. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our container of rinseless wash. We're gonna go around the whole vehicle, spray it down with our rinseless wash, and then we'll proceed to the next step. All right, so we're just gonna spray this down just like this. This is a step you maybe don't have to do. I like to do it though because I feel like it just kind of loosens up the dirt. It gets everything nice and wet. One thing I like about the rinseless wash is it goes a long way. Again, 2 capfuls to fill this whole container. If it's really hot and you don't have shade, you may have to do it in sections. But ideally, if you can get yourself a little tent or something, put it up, get in the shade, and it'll give you time to do your whole car. We are using tools to make the car wash process not only easy, but also very fast so that you're not spending a lot of time washing your vehicle. All right, so now we got our car completely hosed down with our rinseless wash. So now next up we're gonna do is we're gonna take our water and just rinse off the rinseless wash. All right, so we got our car all basically hosed down with our water, just with the rinseless wash and just with the water. A lot of that dirt that we had on the surface dust is all gone now. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to hook up our foam cannon and spray it with 1 layer of foam. We're just gonna take off our tip just like this. All right, okay, just gonna attach that just like that. Now with the foam cannon, you can control how much soap is gonna come out. And then on the front here, you can also control how wide it's going to spread. The coverage is amazing. So check this out, guys. I wanna show you what this looks like. This is like my favorite part of washing the car. If you were just to try to use an old school bucket with soap, there's no way you would get this kind of coverage on the window. So as you can see, the soap with gravity starts to pull down. As it's pulling down, it's pulling all the dirt down off the vehicle. Okay, so once you let the foam sit for a little bit, again, don't let the soap dry or else you're gonna end up with spots everywhere. So let it activate for a little bit, hit on your spray nozzle and wash it off. Between the rinseless wash and the first step of foam, all that loose dirt is off of there. So now the stuff that's left behind is pretty much just the stubborn stuff that we couldn't get off with the water, the rinseless wash, and the foam. But we got a lot of it off of there. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna fill up our bucket with water and a little bit of rinseless wash in there too. And then we're gonna foam cannon it 1 more time. We're gonna go through and we're gonna wipe it down with the sponge, hose it off again, and then we're gonna dry our vehicle. If you're working in a hot area, you wanna keep the vehicle lubricated so you don't get water spots. So think of it as like a dolphin or a whale that you're transporting from SeaWorld to the ocean.
How do you think he's doing? He's all right. He's been moved before. As long as we keep him wet, he's gonna be fine.
So we're gonna foam cannon it 1 more time, then we're gonna scrub it down. Here we go. We're gonna take 1 cap of our rinseless wash, throw that in there, give it a little mix. All right, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna start at the top and work our way down the vehicle.
You got it.
So now we have our woolly mammoth towel, and what we're gonna do with this thing is you basically just put it on a panel, slide it across, and it should dry everything. I'll show you here on the front glass how this cleans. It's supposed to just wick up all of the water. You can see that's pretty good. A little bit of streaks, but not bad. I'm used to using like a leather chamois. Those things streak a lot, so this is pretty good. You can see here on the hood, just kind of 1 pass, and you're good to go. All right, now with these longer towels, what you wanna do is, so you don't want to get them on the grass. So what I like to do is figure out where the length is, hold it with this hand here, come down here, and then you can kind of just rinse off. But that way it never goes lower than you want it to, and you don't have to worry about it hitting the grass. Because last thing you want to do is get dirt and grass in here while you're drying your vehicle, because that's going to scratch your paint. And we've taken all these steps, our rinseless wash and everything, make sure that we have a smooth surface to clean. And as you can see, I'm moving pretty fast. I'm not going to set a world record or anything, but you can see I'm moving pretty quickly. All right, let's get the back of the car here. All right, boom, time. I don't know how long that took. You can see that our finish looks really nice. Now, the only thing you're going to have to worry about now is getting all those stupid pesky water drippings. All right, what you're going to do is just come in here and dry up all the spots. So when you're washing your car, you gotta clean this area too. You can't just leave it dirty. If the inside of your sting's all dirty right now, one thing you can do is use some rinseless wash, spray the rinseless wash in there, get the dirt off, and just wipe it down and you'll be good to go. And on the bottom of your doors here, you just wanna swipe the bottom because that's normally where those water drips are gonna come from. There's a big hatch here, so normally underneath here, you're gonna get a lot of water drops. So you wanna kind of clean up around the edges there. Just dry it also under here where the handle is. Another area where water can hide. Okay, clean all the areas around your trunk. They're probably really dirty because you never clean them. But again, it's part of your vehicle. You're gonna see it when you open your trunk. Last thing you wanna do is, this is all clean, you have all this crust right here. Now, yeah, initially it might be really dirty, but again, once you do it 1 time, it gets easier and easier to do every time because once you have it done, you're just upkeeping. And you don't have to do these like crazy clean fest. You can just go in and just maintain all the hard work you do. If you have access to an air compressor, you can take your air compressor with a little air spray nozzle thingy, come in here, shoot in your mirrors, shoot down your window seals, shoot inside the door handles here. Now, a new thing is they have cordless leaf blowers that you can use to blow off your car. Now, if you have one of those, that's really a good option because it's cordless. So you just recharge the battery, get in there. You can use it to technically dry your car off if you want it, if it's ceramic coated, and then also get in there and get all the dripping spots. Okay guys, so if you're looking to just wash your car and just keep it clean, that is essentially the last step in the process, is just drying the vehicle and getting all those water spots off. Now, from here, you can go in and clean the inside of your vehicle, use interior cleaner, clean down your panels, use your glass cleaner, clean down those glass, the windows, and all that fun stuff. The next step from this point would be decontamination on your paint's surface. What you can do is you can take your hand, just kind of rub over one of the panels. Now, as you rub over, it should be completely smooth, just like glass. For any reason you feel bumps or rocks or it feels kind of rough, it means you have contaminants in your paint, at which point you need to try to remove those from your paint. So one of the things you can do is use a clay towel. Now, you've probably seen a clay bar before, but this is actually a clay towel. The difference being, clay bar is about that big, so your surface area is about the size of my fist. With the clay towel, it's a little bit bigger, so you can clean more area quicker, can decontaminate more surfaces a little quicker using the clay towel. Just use this with a little bit of rinseless wash. You can decontaminate the whole surface of your car, glass, paint, and all that good stuff. Once you have the vehicle feeling really smooth, your towel is gliding really smooth over the surfaces, at that point, you know that the car is now decontaminated. If your paint has swirl marks, scratches, stuff like that that you want to get off, the next step would be polishing. Essentially what you're gonna need is either an orbital buffer sander or a dual action sander buffer. And the cool thing is the pads, they come in 3 different varieties. Wool, which is the most aggressive pad, which is gonna be really good for cutting those heavy scratch marks, swirl marks, stuff like that. You have the medium pad, which is the yellow waffle pad, which is gonna be good for light scratches, a little bit of paint correction. And then you have the red pad, which is gonna be specifically for finishing, for getting it buffed and really, really shining that paint. So 3 different pads, all using the same polish, which is really nice. 1 spray per panel is all you're gonna need for the polish here. Normal polishes, they're gonna tell you to do 3 dots on the pad. With this, it's just 1 spray. So you can see I've used about this much spray and I did 1 whole car already. So this is gonna last quite a few vehicles. Next step you're gonna do is you're gonna use your panel prep spray. Your panel prep spray, what this is gonna do is it's gonna help prepare your panels for your graphene coating. Now, what this is gonna do is basically a mix of like isopropyl alcohol and water. It's gonna clean all of the grease and oil from the panel. So basically 1 spray per panel, clean the whole panel off, and then at that point, you'll be ready for your graphene coating. The last step you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna apply a graphene coating to your vehicle. So the graphene coating that we have is actually a 3-year coating, but they also make a 5-year and 8-year graphene coating. The one other thing you're gonna wanna get is this little towel. They call it a leveling towel. You can also get this on DIY Detail. Essentially what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your graphene coating, put a couple of drops on there, and what you're gonna do is in a zigzag motion, so across, up, across, up, across, up, across, up, all the way across your panel. What you'll notice is you'll notice like a kind of a rainbowy effect over the panel. Once that dries, you're gonna go back with your leveling towel. You're gonna come through and just wipe the surface down, at which point you are done. Once you hit it with this towel, it's gonna shine really good. The surface of your paint is gonna be super slick and it's just gonna feel really nice. Now, the vehicle here, like I said, does have a graphene coating. I don't know if you can see how shiny it is, but it is really shiny and it looks really good. So one thing I will say is if you live somewhere where it's really hot, like Las Vegas or the Southwest anywhere, you get a lot of sun, UV, the graphene coating will actually help protect your paint from not only the dirt and debris, but also from your UV rays and stuff like that. So after you do the clay towel, you need to apply some type of protection. So it can be a Carnauba car wax, or it can be a graphene coating, ceramic coating, whatever you want to use. Just make sure you coat the vehicle with something to protect the surface of your paint. The tools that I've used today in the video is what you're gonna need to make the job as quick as possible, as easy as possible, and get you the best results that you can possibly get doing it yourself. Now, if you want to pay someone to detail your car, you can, but again, the whole thing is being able to do it yourself and save money. Now, to do a regular car wash with the paint protection and a graphene coating, depending on where you go, is going to run you anywhere from $400 to $1,200, depending on where you go to, how professional, I guess you could say, how much overhead that company has, and also how many step process they're doing. I was able to do a 1-step correction and the graphene coating with all of the supplies I purchased, the pressure washing equipment, all of the chemicals, all of my microfiber towels, and all of that. So for the price of one-time detail or paint correction, I was able to buy all of my supplies, and now I can do my car and also other people's cars if I want to. So it was my first time ever polishing a vehicle using their products, and I didn't have any issues, no burn spots, no issues removing paint. Everything came out great. The compliments I got from my vehicle, people were like, wow, it looks really good. Like, what did you pay for that? And once I told them I did it myself, they all asked me, hey, can you do mine too? Can you do mine too? So again, this video has no sponsor. This is purely my opinion only. I spent all of my personal money on all of the products you see in the video. So DIY Detail, if you do want to sponsor me, go ahead and send me some products because I love them. I love your products, and I'm going to share with everybody how great your products are because I've gotten great results, super easy, super fast, and not too expensive either, which is really nice. So again, hopefully this video was super helpful to you. Hopefully it was informative. Hopefully you learned a little bit of something from the video. If you have any questions about the car washing process, any of the chemicals I've used, any other questions or comments you may have, please feel free to leave them down below and I'll respond back to you as quickly as possible. Again, if you like the video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified every time we put out a new video. And until next time, guys, see ya.